sure you knew that you wanted to become a designer one day, or maybe not.
Of course not. Get as much experience as you can.
So be a sponge in terms of learning.
Yes. Build your craft because your product would say about how you wanted to show your brand. Also, I wanted to stress out that do not allow yourself to be exploited.
Welcome to Business and Tsismis, where we uncover stories that make the hustle worth it. I'm your host for today, Vanessa Caro, and this is season 2 of the Limitless series powered by Eastern Communications. Joining me today is the one and only iconic PEACH.GARDE. Hi, Sir Peach.
Hello, Van. Thank you for having me here.
I'm so excited to have you here. And as always, we always love to handpick our favorite guests to be on Business and Tsismis.
Thank you so much.
And it's really been a wonderful year for you in 2025.
Yes.
So eventful. How are you
Yeah.
feeling with all of the success?
Oh my God. Feeling ko wala pa kami naka-celebrate yun maayo. But because of the projects after the TernoCon, after the Bench Design Awards, after the Tokyo Fashion Week, do kasunod-sunod isang events. But yeah, we could feel the energy about those successful winnings.
Yes, absolutely. And we've seen, all of the events over the past year, from all of the awards that you've won and the fashion show that you've been to. You just went to Tokyo, right?
Yes,
How was
yes.
that?
Oh my God, that's my first ever out of the country trip. Then Tokyo pa dayon. As a probinsyana, syempre. Oh my God, that's a life-changing experience. And
Yeah,
and I couldn't thank Bench enough for that experience.
right. I remember back in 2018 when I first spotted your designs. It was on social media, and I was far away from the Philippines, and it was after a fashion shoot that you had with a photographer. It was the first time I happened to see your work. It was just so tailored. It was so beautiful. The lines were so clean.
Thank you.
What does the brand PEACH.GARDE stand for?
Oh, well, I wanted to situate that our brand would stick to our aesthetic that is minimal, just clean, pure, and
Right.
tailored. And well, kadamo kasang pwedeng references and you will get lost at times
Yeah.
because of you wanted to be someone like this, something like that. And yeah,
Really
but
finding yourself as a designer.
yes,
Yep.
but again, I always go back to my core and I always check on myself if what's really my strength in
Right.
designing.
Right. It's funny, no? Because every time we say we always go back to our core, it really
Yeah.
centers us as a person. Going back to your roots, you come from Capiz and also a little bit from Iloilo. How has your design and love for art evolved since you were a child? Because I'm sure you knew that you wanted to become a designer one day, or maybe not.
Of course not. Of course not. Okay, I will take you back
Yeah.
from the time when I came here in Iloilo City. The plan was to finish nursing. My aunt sent me to CPU, Central
Okay.
Philippine University, to study nursing because she wanted me to be a nurse and follow her abroad.
Right, right. That's the typical way of life sometimes.
Yes, diba? Then, well, problems happened. We had this financial setbacks,
I see.
and I was forced to quit studies after
Okay.
second year of nursing.
Because nursing can be quite expensive in the academic world,
Yes,
right?
of course. And ano tabo, syempre I stopped. But instead of going back home in Capiz, in
Yes.
Tapaz Capiz, I decided to stay here in Iloilo City and find for a job. I landed in SM Department Store.
Oh, wow.
In SM Department Store, after 5 years of regularly working in SM, parang my superiors would always ask me if what's my plan.
Yeah.
So parang kasi I don't know if I had this potential to be promoted or what or so. So they encouraged me to finish the studies.
Okay.
But I believe I cannot go back to nursing because of
Right.
the schedule. So I searched for courses here in Iloilo which I can pursue and get a diploma.
Right.
Now, I didn't know what course to take up during the time. Hasta nga nakita ako ni ang fashion. Hambal nila may fashion sa ISATU.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Like, feeling ko the Lord just guided me well
Mhm.
to that path. And I enrolled again at 24. I was a
Mhm.
freshman.
How did that feel, being a 24-year-old, also working at the same time and going to fashion school? Because I'm sure there are people that also want to start over.
Yes, parang I cannot consider it as a fashion school.
Yeah.
I just wanted to study and get a diploma after 4 years. So parang I was so serious about the schooling
Mhm.
by this time.
You were determined.
Yeah, compared to the feelings that I had when I was a nursing student.
Right,
Parang
right.
parang seryoso, focused on the goal. Yeah. So I was the very old student of our class. Parang amo na dumanong-manong sang tanan.
So people looked up to you and asked for your advice, life advice maybe?
Pwede may mga amo na
Mhm.
instances, but it's really hard to balance school and at the same
Yep.
time working
I
because I still
100%
working.
agree. Yeah. Mhm.
And so naabot ako 8 years sa
Mhm.
SM working, but after
8 years, sir. That's like
that's total of
that's
8
very
years.
loyal. If you work
Yeah.
with SM for 8 years, that's a loyal
But
tenure.
yeah. But during those times, the
Mhm.
3 years time that I juggling work
Right.
and studies, there were times that sige ma-resign ako.
Right.
Sige ma-resign ako. But every year that I have this plan to resign, wala siya nagkakadayon.
Why?
And
Why is that?
because SM, may managers, the management mismo,
Mhm.
parang they offered me, sige, under time ka lang, Anay, on
Mhm.
these
They were very
days.
understanding with your
and,
situation.
yeah, and they made everything flexible to me.
Right. Right.
Yeah, parang ganon. But when my fourth year came,
Mhm.
parang I need to finish na the apprenticeship o
Right.
JT, yeah.
Mhm.
I decided to resign na
I see.
because I wanted to graduate
Mhm.
in 2018. So nag-graduate ako in 2018 and without wala ako kabalo kung anong maging future. Basta I had the diploma na.
Right. Right.
So the plan nga mapapromote ako sa SM wala na to na dayon because I have loved the
You already
journey.
loved. You already found your joy in
Yes,
fashion
that's the turning
designing.
point.
Right.
Why I became a fashion designer.
Now, speaking of turning points, no, was there a certain part, in your career that you were like, okay, this is the moment that I can truly pursue fashion?
That time wala pa.
Wala
Wala pa until because I started with accepting orders, made to order clothing for special occasions, weddings.
Right. I'm one of them.
Yeah. Mga pangninang-ninang,
yeah.
and that supported my food,
Mhm.
my expenses, my
Grabe, your
everything.
food, your expenses, everything.
Yeah.
It was really your livelihood.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, going back to your question, Kagina, if I had ever dreamed to be a fashion designer, no.
Yeah.
Wala gid because going back sa amon sa Capiz, Capiz, the life is so poor. We're poor.
Like many places in the Philippines naman.
Yeah, but I didn't imagine that. I didn't realize that we were poor until I stepped in the classroom during elementary.
Right.
Because there I found classmates na may mga ano tawag sa mga ginaguyod-guyod nga bag, nice pencil cases,
Yes.
nice notebooks.
Mhm.
Sila kung pigado gali kami, something like that. And if you will going to ask me if I have this references in fashion back in Capiz, Capiz, really no, really none.
You didn't yet. There was no
Kay-
identity yet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Some designers would say they had limited access to television, to fashion magazines. Ako yung wala gid ko yung access because I grew up nga wala kami kuryente.
I see.
Yeah.
So you had
So,
pretty much almost zero resources to begin with.
yes.
And now, fast forward to today, would you have ever imagined that you would be having fashion shows in Japan and showcasing your beautiful work to the
Oh
world?
my God. I am just so grateful every time I can remember the humble beginnings that I had in Capiz.
Right. So, Sir Peach, with everything that has happened for you, what do you think is one thing that you could give as advice to a young and budding designer who really wants to become successful like you are?
Oh. Well, I am part of the teaching faculty of ESATU
Mhm.
for fashion design, And I would always tell my students to to get as much experience as you can.
So be a sponge in terms of learning.
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because also I consider myself as a dry sponge, yeah, tama
Yep.
na. Oo, or a blank canvas
Mm-hmm.
nga absorb ka lang sa mga learnings. And you have to be exposed in so many design ideas,
Right, yeah.
different people, different kinds of designers.
Different textures, different colors.
Yes. Because eventually you will find the true example
Mhm.
of what and whose designer that you are going to be in the
Right,
future.
right.
And also I wanted to stress out that you have to limit yourself. I mean, do not allow yourself to be exploited.
Right.
Um,
It's very important, and many young creatives need to also realize that.
yes. Siguro kinanglan nyo man maging choosy.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you are invited to a fashion show, you're just going to
To-
show there
to
without...
shell out everything and have
Yes.
no guidelines for yourself.
That's, yeah, correct.
Mhm.
Because you have to consider that if you are invited to a fashion show, they need to market you also.
Right.
Hindi nga gamiton ka lang
It should be a win-win
situation.
partnership,
Yeah.
and situation.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. And also you need a good mentor.
Right.
Mm.
Very important.
I am just so lucky that I have been mentored by the Don Protasio and the rest of the founders of the New Breed, Iloilo New Breed
Right.
Fashion Challenge,
Mhm.
where I came from. Well, I didn't win the competition in 2018,
Mhm.
but they kept supporting me.
Yes, absolutely. Because every time I see you at a fashion show, or your designs at a fashion show, you really don't need to announce PEACH.GARDE. You can just look at the designs and you already know it's PEACH.GARDE.
Thank you.
So how do you navigate your growth now? Because you have the minimal, clean, and tailored look. Like we have the designs right here.
Yeah.
And these are some of the most beautiful designs that I've seen in terms of being minimal and tailored. How do you ensure that you stay true to the PEACH.GARDE brand every day?
Because at times, yeah, as what I've mentioned earlier, parang if you're young,
Mhm.
you get to adapt to copy
Mhm.
some designers until I reached the point nga the
You're like, I'm just gonna do me.
yeah, the people would love my designs if ever I pour out my true self,
Right.
my own identity as a designer.
Yeah.
Parang they don't want to see, for example, if you're a designer, they don't want to see a Vanessa Caro in my designs. Parang kasi, oh, that's Vanessa Caro. So,
Mhm.
that's not him. That's not, parang
Right.
ganon. So, parang, okay. So, siling ko, bisan magbuang-buang ako sa designs ko. If it's me,
If it's
it's really
you.
me and they will love it.
It still resonates because
Yeah.
your audience, if that's your existing audience, then they will always love something that is put out
Correct.
by you at the end of the day because it's your audience.
Yes.
And I hear, or I've learned, that you've also just opened up your studio this year. It's very beautiful, by the way. You should visit his studio when you get the chance. What challenges have you faced now? Because when you open a studio, you're opening up a business. You're
Yeah.
opening up your doors to more opportunities, to more clients, to more sales.
Yeah.
What were the challenges that you faced as a business owner?
Oh my God. Well, thanks to the Ternocon that I had this cash prize.
Mm,
Kaya we were able to afford to transfer to a better
Space.
location or
Mhm.
space. Imagine I finished the course in 2018. So
Okay.
I waited until 2025 to put up at least a decent shop or
Okay.
atelier.
mhm.
I have waited for a long time. We were dreaming of transferring to better location even before,
Right.
to a spot where you can have a glass panel and a mannequin and display
Yes.
with a lighted signboard. We
Mhm.
were dreaming about that, but we cannot afford. So number one challenge is, of course, financial.
Yeah,
We cannot
finances,
afford.
yep.
Yeah. And we were lacking about the staffing.
Mhm.
Wala kami tao.
Right. Right.
It's hard to I don't know if ako lang, pero it's hard for us to kabudlay mangita sang tinawo sa fashion.
Why do you think that is? Is it because they have to be skilled also, and you have a certain standard that you expect them to be at before they
Ah,
enter
yeah.
PEACH.GARDE's doors.
You answered the question actually. I have my own standards
Yeah.
kasi. Parang ganun din. Funny.
Yes, because if you look at the designs, you don't see any, what's the right term, Sir Peach? Like, there's no uneven stitching.
Oh my God.
If you
Thank
look
you.
closely, and
Yeah,
everything
parang-
is very straight and measured.
My strength is about construction of the
Mhm.
garment. I am not really strong when it comes to designing.
Okay.
I
It's
admit
more of like
that.
the fit,
Yeah, and the tahe, parang
Yeah.
ganon, the quality.
the quality.
So
yeah.
parang, okay, you can design well, you can sketch well, but if
Mhm.
you cannot execute the design
Mhm.
with the quality that the market needs,
Right.
parang, sige, hindi na lang.
Hindi na lang.
Hindi na lang, oo.
There's so many trends happening right now, but if there's one thing that people really want, it is sustainability
Yes.
and respect to the culture, especially as a Filipino
Mhm.
designer yourself.
Yeah.
Now, how do your designs, how do you make them resonate with the people today? Because everyone has their own demands. Aside from ensuring your brand identity, how do you make sure that your designs, because you're also using a lot of local textiles,
Yeah.
how do they resonate? How do you make them resonate with the people that really love fashion?
I always wanted my designs to be timeless,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to be that something people can wear repeatedly.
Right.
Gusto ko ang mas masuksok pa nila after a specific event
Mm-hmm.
kung saan nila bakal or gin-order
Right,
ang bayo. And I after winning Turnocon, parang my mind parang na-open pa siya into a wider perspective on how to be a good Filipino fashion designer.
Yeah.
That's why I always incorporate, you can see a barong.
Yes.
This is a version of a barong
Mhm.
in a polo shirt.
And this is piña cloth, right? Or
They-
what kind of cloth?
They
is
call it cotton barong.
cotton barong.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course the terno.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I always wanted to show people that terno is not just a costume.
Yeah.
Terno is not just for Linggo ng Wika. And
It's for
also the barong,
everywhere.
yeah, of course. Para kasing nadula na kitabi sa muna eh.
Right. Right.
Yeah. And now that this trend is coming back,
Oh,
parang
it's already here.
Yes.
People love it.
yeah, parang hambako there are technical aspect nga do kakulang man.
Right,
Kung may
right.
mga I mean because we had this workshop in Ternocon, so parang technically balaan ko kung ano ang paghimo and sakto.
Yes.
So parang we need to educate naman the designers
Mhm.
on how to do it.
And what's right.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you agree, but should there be a one sleeve Filipiniana?
Of course, no.
Oh,
That's
diba?
not acceptable. Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, in order for you to at least give respect, no, as a
Mhm.
designer
Yes.
to the Philippine terno, make it at least a very good shape of a terno sleeve.
Okay.
Start from that. A very good shape.
Mm-hmm.
Just ko, it's not acceptable nga yukot. Sorry. Yeah.
Very passionate about the terno and the Filipiniana.
Yeah. And it's
Mhm.
not a terno if you are just
Right.
making a one sleeve or one shoulder sleeve. Diba? Parang
Yeah.
ganon.
Now, when you crossed over to Manila for the very first time, can you walk us back to the very first time when people outside of Capiz, outside of Iloilo, saw your designs? What was their reaction? Were they surprised? Were they happy because it was so refreshing? Ano ang feeling?
Okay, I can tell about the Ternocon experience because that was my first competition in Manila.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because there were series of workshops and
Mhm.
lock-ins, parang hindi ko man mahambal nga doon na-shocked sila sa creation ko or what.
Right.
Parang wala kami ma-feel. Like for me, I didn't know that the people we have during the workshops, wala ko gina-feel nga gusto nilang designs ko.
Okay. So they were quite silent about it.
Yeah, but afterwards, parang sabi namin na ikaw mananalo eh.
Yeah.
Oh my God, parang all this time, ako wala nyo giko ginatagan sang hint para hindi man
Right.
ako ma-insecure or
Yeah,
hindi man ako
yeah.
ma-feel sad, parang
Mhm.
amo na.
And
But
that's probably why you were tearing up a little bit when you received the award,
of
because I
course,
saw
yes,
those
because I didn't
photos.
expect to
Yes.
win. But I really wanted to win, of course.
But I browsed all the photos naman of the
Mm-mm.
bench Ternocon. And honestly, like, I want to give respect naman to all of the designers, but it was my favorite.
Oh my God, thank you so much. But you know what? During I and Mark, my partner, would talk about this
Yeah.
because the night before the competition,
Mhm.
I mean the night before the very big night,
Mhm.
parang all designers gathered there at the PICC backstage. Everyone was busy ironing, fixing everything
It
and
was the
all.
madness before the final show.
Yeah. And the feeling ko do kami lang ya ang ay feeling ko do kasubo kay do kita lang yang gamay ang I mean small amount but it's not voluminous.
Uh-huh.
It's not big. It's not shiny. It's not
Right.
beaded. Parang ganon. Parang hambal ko naluyahan ako kay mas feeling ko oh my god parang after how many years amo lang ni ipakita ako do mo na bala.
Mhm.
But oh my god thanks God that he gave me the
Right.
the
He
award.
gave you the award. And also because it's very wearable. If you look at it, you know,
Mhm.
it's something you can wear every day. Are there any other advice that you could give to a young designer that really wants to catapult their career?
Well, I wish you can find a way how to focus on number one branding.
Yes.
Branding first. And when we say branding, it
Maybe a digital marketing partner, Char.
yeah.
Branding is so important.
Yeah, but when we say branding, it doesn't start with a logo and a
Yeah.
hang tag. It doesn't start there.
It goes beyond that.
I mean, build your craft
Mhm.
because that's your um ano ba tawag? Because your product would say about how you
How you-
wanted to show your brand.
Yes. And
Yeah.
who you are as a person, what values you stand for.
Correct.
And also, I think it's also about customer service and how well you treat your customers.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
You know what? Looking back, I cannot imagine myself being a fashion designer right after the graduation.
Mhm.
Good thing I had this experience from SM.
Yeah.
I know how to sales talk at
Yes.
least siguro, yeah. I know how to
Upsell
upsell.
yourself, your brand.
Yes,
Yep.
and the time management of course,
Of
and the
course.
customer service.
And juggling multiple responsibilities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, nakakalbo na ko gani sa mga
Hindi man halata, sir. So as designers, you know, we're very fortunate, or as a designer yourself, Sir Peach, we're very fortunate that technology has become a part of everyday
Yes.
life.
Yes.
How important has technology been for PEACH.GARDE, its brand, and you know,
Mhm.
your customers that you connect with on a daily basis?
You know what? When we started the small shop that we had, parang 'di ba, parang na-mention ko kagina gusto namon tani isang may glass panel
Yeah.
across I mean on the side of the street, may signboard nga dako. Parang it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing I became a designer in this time, in this era,
Mhm.
that I didn't have to make my brand shouting sa kilid sang kalsada and all. And you know what? Paano ko sa hambalon? Parang nabuhi kami because we had Facebook
Right.
because of the technology.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a very big thing
Mhm.
nga I was exposed
Yep.
to mga posting social media and all.
Mhm. And you know, with the social media and your posting, it's great that you also put a pause before you immediately jump to the opportunity of opening
True.
your first shop,
True.
because a lot of young designers want to open their shop right away from
Yes.
my learnings. And
Yes.
sometimes what happens is they jump to opening up a shop and then they have to close it because they didn't
Mm-mm.
anticipate, you know,
Correct.
those big expenses. And it's also going back to technology, how important Eastern Communications is, just like our partner,
Yes.
because they also provide the technology to connect designers like yourself to create an impact also on social media. What was the most bizarre or last minute request a client has ever asked you? Can you take us back to a time where you were absolutely rushed or, you know, frazzled?
Oh my God. Parang Not a last minute because I always ensure my clients that trust they
Mhm.
trust us.
Right.
Because kung wala man lang sila salig sa amon nga,
Mhm.
mapahimo sila, no? But when we were starting, there were customers, of course, that hindi pa kami masyado kilala and
Mhm.
all, and they tend to show you a picture from the internet
Right.
on what design they wanted to have.
Mhm.
And then after the fitting, after everything is okay, then they will come back and say, ano ni nga tela? Same gini nga tela sa picture ngin gamit na. Like, so, oh my God. Hindi ko ginaya malipatan. Like, oh my God. Tapos, syempre, explain mo lang nga, ma'am, sa picture lang na, hindi tama na mabala akong di nayahalin nga tela.
Right.
Especially if the brand is international, di
For
ba?
sure, for sure.
Mm-mm.
And sometimes they think you're fairy godmothers. And while I would love to think that you are, we are also human at the same time.
Correct, yeah.
So, Sir Peach, how do you recharge your creativity? Because as a creative myself, or someone who loves branding, I also look for different ways to recharge. Can you give me some tips?
Oh, recharge. Wala, tulog. And wala ko ginasapak ang mga obra ko kung if I am overwhelmed, di ba? Maabot mo gining point ka muna eh.
Mhm.
Wala, gina-skip ko lang until such time nga mag-gain ko naman liwat ang energy ko, ang gutom ko sa
Your
art
drive
muna.
for more art, to create art. Because you can't create art on an empty persona.
Yes,
right?
of course.
And who in the Philippine fashion industry, is there someone that you admire, or aside from your mentors, that you look to on a daily basis for inspiration? Who are they, or who is he or she?
So I cannot mention Don Protasio, Ret Ayala, I cannot mention them, but
Well, the givens.
yeah, they're given, di ba?
Yes.
Because they're your mentors. I'm always excited about the works of Ivar Aceron, Sir Ivar. Of course, Jaggy Glarino. And my turn akong sister, Coco Gonzalez.
Right. Okay.
It's parang hamba ko gani sa ila, parang kumakita ko bilang collection yung naganubo akong self-esteem. I mean, I cannot do what they do, but I am always inspired on how they put up and execute their collection.
Right. And we always have those mentors that we look up to. Now, do you have a certain fashion trend that you would never ever do, or never ever wear, or ever create for a model or a client?
Oh my God. There were seasons, especially during Christmas.
Yes.
Kung may mga company Christmas parties, and then the theme would be glittery, basta?
Bedazzled,
Bedazzled,
glittery.
yeah. And they would ask me, Sir Peach, do you have something like this? Parang, oh my God, do I look
like I have that?
Mayo ka ginhambal mo na. I mean, parang feeling nyo ba ang brand namon, amuna siya?
Right.
I mean, there's nothing wrong about it. It's just not us.
Yeah.
Oo.
And I love that. I love how sure you are with yourself. It's just not us.
Yeah, of course.
So let's go to our quick fire round. This is a series of questions which we're going to ask you, Sir Peach, and you can answer in one word or one sentence, as long as it doesn't go over one sentence.
Okay.
All right? One Filipino brand you think deserves global attention.
Aside from us.
Aside from you.
Okay, I met this brand from Katutubo. It's Odell. They sell bags. Local bags.
Okay.
Yeah. Odell.
And you love it, why?
Because of the craftsmanship.
Okay. Perfect. The best advice you received about creativity or design?
Best advice from Don Protasio, my mentor, is to just keep creating.
Love it. One habit that keeps you disciplined when work gets overwhelming?
I sleep early so I can wake up early, because it's nice to work during
morning
maaga
hours.
pa.
Yes.
Correct.
Same. Now, if you weren't in fashion, what other career path would you choose? And it can't be nursing.
Engineering.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect. That was our quick fire round. Now let's proceed to our picture pass. First question is, a local fashion incubator in Iloilo supporting sustainable designers. Picture pass.
Peach. Because I myself, parang kinanglan man namon na as a brand. Yeah.
And the young designers as
Of course.
well. And mentorship. A national collaboration between regional designers to showcase Filipino artistry abroad.
Peach. because I experienced Japan na.
Mhm.
So parang doon na dimat ba?
Yeah,
Parang tani more of that
more of that.
with the young and local designers.
I agree. A digital marketplace exclusively for Filipino slow fashion brands. I think we see a lot of slow food movements. How
Mhm.
about slow fashion movements?
Yeah, pitch on that because digital marketing is something that accessible to everyone.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, we're catering orders online.
Mhm.
So why not make it seriously?
So all they have to do is go to PEACH.GARDE.com.
Parang for
PEACH.
now. Parang for now. Yeah, in the future. Parang
Yes.
for now, IG lang anay
On
at Peach
Instagram.
Garde.
Nice. A mentorship program for aspiring designers without formal training. Pitch or pass?
Pitch. Because I believe in the power of mentoring.
Mhm.
I am one of the product of the nicest mentors here
Mhm.
in Iloilo and Manila.
And it's so nice to also see, that question reminded me about one of the other Miss Universes in the past,
Mhm.
Arboni.
Yeah.
And she creates sustainable fashion with a lot of her designs as well. So
Correct.
sustainable fashion can really happen as long as you're purposeful about the fashion that you
Yes.
wear. Now, Sir Peach, what keeps you motivated to keep building Peach Garde? Because there's a lot of challenges, there's a lot of obstacles in life. It's not easy being a business owner, yet alone a designer. How do you keep going and keep paving the path for young designers, for yourself, and for the future of Filipino fashion?
First, for the brand, okay, before I don't know how to define success
Mm-hmm.
because I have no one to look up to from the family. Wala man
Right.
successful nga maestra, engineer, or nurse sa amon pamilya. But right now, parang a new goal was born in me after winning Ternocon and BDA because we were not able to finish the collection for Ternocon and for
Mhm.
BDA if not with my angels,
Yeah.
with my staff. So parang if ever I can give them a nice employment
Mm-hmm.
and a good benefits
Mm-hmm.
that I can consider myself a successful fashion designer or a brand owner.
And you seldomly hear that. Na if I can give our team the benefits that they deserve, then I consider myself successful.
Yeah, because I was once an employee of
Mhm.
SM. So parang na-feel ko kung paano maging empleyado lang.
True. That's
Yeah.
so true.
Oo.
You have to
And
go through it.
yes,
Mhm.
so parang I really love SM because of the benefits nga.
Yeah.
So if ever man kung kaya ko na tani mahatag ko man ni sa akon mga tao.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's one thing for the brand. And for the students, what motivated me because okay, there's an instance that one fashion designer said he will not join a certain fashion show because ang mga upod, mga taga-isat. Oh, sorry, I'm so emotional about this.
Yeah.
So parang, what's wrong about us? So if I'm going to leave teaching my students, so parang madulaan man sila sang isa ka tawo nga pwede mag-motivate sa ila kag mag-uplift sa ila.
Right.
Yeah, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So parang that's another goal. And
And it's okay to be emotional about it because that's number one, that's your territory. Number
Yes.
two, it's good to have people like yourself be able to
Mm-mm.
really make a path for them.
yeah. And I keep proving myself that I am from ISATU and I'm a good, I don't know,
You're an amazing designer.
at least a good designer man lang. Oh, doon muna.
Yeah.
Yun.
Now, with your values and everything that you've mentioned about carrying on the next generation and, your intrinsic ideas of ensuring that fashion moves forward in a sustainable yet holistic and kind manner, what's your vision for Iloilo's creative scene as a designer in the next 10 years? Do you see us moving and paving the way for Filipino fashion?
Yes, I'm positive about that. I think after 10 years, there will be more provincial designers like me
Mm-hmm.
who will excel in Manila fashion scene
Mm-hmm.
and eventually in the international scene. Parang, sige, I will borrow the words of Sir Noel Manapat that in order for you to be international, you have to be a national first. Because
Yes.
what can you serve in the international table
If you've never served your local scene yet.
yes, exactly. Thank you. Yung tapos mo na, yeah, but it's correct.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I love it. And finally, Sir Peach, how can listeners support you, follow your journey, and of course, see the different pieces that you put out? Because every single piece that you put out really tells a story. So if someone wants to follow your story and create a story with your fashion pieces, where should they go?
Okay, well, while we create stories about the pieces, if you purchase one of this, I mean, of our collection, you also support our angels, our
Yeah.
artisans.
Yep.
They're not sastres and all, they're artisans. And hopefully you can follow us on our pop-up stores, I mean pop-up selling. We have Tahum in January, and of course
The home will
Katutubo.
be at the Iloilo Convention Center this
Yes.
January.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course Katutubo pop-up
Mm-hmm.
in Bench.
Okay.
At BGC.
BGC, when will that be, sir?
Parang whole year round siya kasi eh.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, from
So you're going to be
February
popping up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
From February
To
until
November.
when? That's a long time.
Yeah, parang there are schedules man.
Okay.
Parang 3 days a month.
So you'll be there every month.
Yeah. Hopefully we can participate every time there is schedule.
There's a schedule.
Yeah.
But that's exciting. So more reason to go to Manila also to
Of
see your
course.
designs.
Yeah.
Sir Peach, Madamo Ginasalamat. Thank you so much
Van.
for being on Business and Tsismis. I've learned so much from you and your insights as being a fashion designer. And I believe this is not even the end of PEACH.GARDE because there's
I
going to
know.
be so much
Yes.
more.
Yeah. Yes, please Lord.
Once again, my name is Vanessa Caro. This is Business and Tsismis, the Limitless series powered by Eastern Communications. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you at the next episode.